up, Wargamers? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Stoss, and today I have Zach with me. And we are back, spirit hands. And we are back for another game of Warhammer, the Old World. And with a brand new FAQ involved in it. Whoa, that's pretty exciting. There's some cool stuff. But today it is going to be a 2,000 point game of the Empire of Man versus
the Despoilers from the North. More chaos.
More chaos! The Metal Boys! Love it. So yes, it's a classic matchup of men versus evil men. The men. Man-on-man action. That's what we're here for, right?
All day.
All day, baby. I have painted a brand new unit, a block of things for my empire, as well as a new hero, which is pretty awesome. You got some new stuff as well since the last time we've seen the Spiky Boys on the channel.
Yes. Couple new bits.
Which is pretty spicy. And of course we're going to be delving into this new FAQ. This will be my first game of the new FAQ. Largely speaking, like 99%, I am stoked on what I see from how it should affect the game, I think in a positive way. But of course, be kind, ladies and gentlemen. There is a lot in this new FAQ. There is a whole lot of changes, and guaranteed we're going to get some stuff wrong. We're going to miss some things, but we will do our best to keep it clean and tidy. But of course, put it in the comments. You see those things going awry. Always keen to learn, and you guys do help with that. But we will be getting to all of that in just a minute. First, we must go through the YouTube things.
Praise the algorithm.
That's right. Algorithm, remember me. It's been a while since I've done a video, guys, I know. So the algorithm will be looking on me with disfavor at the moment. So help me gain the algorithm's favor again. So if you enjoy the video, guys, smash a like on it. It is one of the best things you can do to promote a specific video to get a wider reach, is putting that like on it. Just that little thumbs up is going to do huge things to get me back in the stead of the great algorithm. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing to the channel. It's just going to give you more of my videos in your feed. If you want to go the extra mile and be an absolute champion and lord and decide to support this channel financially, consider becoming a channel member, joining the channel as it were. It is just absolutely supporting me and being able to continue to grow the equipment, the models, all the good stuff that continues to make this channel fantastic. Speaking of new channel members though, mate, I've got a new one to shout out today. Whoa, amazing. People are still doing it. I don't know how, but thank you so much. So today, coming in at core choice, we have Skern. An excellent, strong name, Skern. So Skern, thank you so much, mate. Thank you for deciding to support the channel by becoming a channel member. It's because of bosses like Skern that you guys get to see these videos. But without any further ado, we'll have a look at the armies, we'll have a look at the table, and then we will get this underway. And here we have my 2,000 points of Middenheim and the Grudgebringer Mercenary Company Empire of Man list. Heck yeah. So, starting out with the General. We are being led today by General Ulfric von Brock of Middenheim. He is going to be wearing full plate armor. He has a great weapon, the bedazzling helmet. Look at that helmet, it is so bedazzling. And he also wears the white cloak. Now, this model was painted and gifted to me by Chris Rabbiter, who has painted and gifted me a few character models now, a couple of my orc characters, and now this gentleman as well. And as usual, he has done a bang-up job. So, Chris, thank you so much, mate. That is the General, Ulfric von Brock. All right, moving on to the battle standard bearer, we have Captain Grayson von Brill. He is going to be armed with a great weapon. He has the armor of meteoric iron. Look at that fancy, fancy armor. And he also has a talisman of protection. Now, those of you who have, fantastic memories, are veterans of my channel, know that the gentleman that very unbelievably generously painted and gifted the Grudgebringer Mercenary portion of my Empire army His name is Grayson Brill. And so I have named the new freshly painted battle standard bearer after him, so he shall be represented on the battlefield with the Grudgebringers forever after. Yes! So, Captain Grayson von Brill. Grayson, I love you, mate. Alright, continuing, we have my Wizard Lord, my level 4 Wizard, Luther Flamestrike. And he has a Ruby Ring of Ruin to continue with his flaming business. We also have Morgan Bernhardt, Captain Morgan Bernhardt, leader of the Mercenaries, the Grudgebringers. He's being represented as a chapter master today. He is just going to be barded warhorse, full plate armor, shield, and a sword of might to represent his flaming Grudgebringer sword. And then lastly, we have Gunther von Strauss, the engineer, and he has nothing today. Just naked. I mean, well, clothed, but unarmed. Just there with his little spyglass to help out the artillery. All right, and that is the heroes. Let's move into the core. So, starting out, we have 6 Empire Knights. These are Sven Carlsen's House Cavalry. They have heavy armor, barded warhorses, lancers, shields, and full command. We have 12 Grudgebringer Mercenary Crossbowmen. Corporal Fletcher is too drunk today that he did not even make it to the field. He's back in the camp somewhere, nursing a hangover. So just no command there for the boys. They're unled today. Maybe, without his presence, they'll do better. We also have 9 more Empire Knights. So not in a circle today, they're just being read as regular Empire Knights. The Grudgebringer Cavalry, full command, all of the fixings, lancers, barded warhorses, all the things. Moving into the special, we have my freshly painted unit of Middenheim Greatswords. These are the Fangs of Ulrich. We have 26 of them with full command, and those of you with a keen eye will see that we have a fabulous Ogre Mercenary / unit filler in there, just to fill out the ranks. I love them. I love some great swords. I was building and painting these before the new FAQ, when they were still considered the absolute worst. But they should do a little bit better now with their +1 strength. They're base strength 4 now, which is pretty spicy. But there they are. And they are also supported by 2 detachments of 10 mercenary swordsmen. Light armor, hand weapon and shields. We've got some Grudgebringer infantry. And on the other side, we have some of Sven Carlsen's house swords. Yes, very good. And then in the artillery slots, we have 2 Empire Great Cannons. And then in the rare choice, Middenheim have brought with them their Hell Blaster volley gun. Yes, the blaster from hell. So, there it is. It's a bit of a different list for me. I've got a huge unit of Greatsword, which I am so keen on. Taking an Empire General rather than the usual Grand Master. So, it is Middenheim that leads this force this time, which is a bit of fun. Oh yes, and by the way, so the 3D prints, the Grudgebringer Mercenary models here, as I said, gifted to me by Grayson Brill. So Grayson has actually started a web store where he is now selling these 3D prints under a license from the gentleman that made them. And the website is called Halberdier Miniatures. So if you are interested in picking up these Grudgebringer themed Empire men, check out Halberdier Miniatures. I'll put a link for it in the description of the video. But there it is. There it is. There are my 2,000 points of the Empire of Man. And here we have Zach's 2,000 point list of the Warriors of Chaos. All right, Zach, take me through it, mate.
We have our General, Daz the Unkillable.
Ooh.
Back at it with his full plate, his shield, the Talisman of the Carrion Crow, a Chaos Rune Sword, and with Acid Ichor coursing through his veins.
Gross! Very cool. Love the name.
Over them we have Falcar, the Touched of Char. He's an Exalted Sorcerer, coming in pretty bare bones. He's only a level 2 with the Mark of Zinch and the Dagger of the Dark Pantheon.
Very cool. All right, those are the heroes. Moving into the core.
We'll start off, we have 15 Chaos Warriors. coming in with heavy armor, shields, full command, and the Mark of Undivided.
Very cool.
Over there we've got the Brotherhood of the Crow, our 16 Chaos Marauders, light armor, shields, flails, full command, and the Mark of Nurgle.
Very nice, the stinky boys.
Over here we have our Forsaken by the Gods, horrible mutated men, coming in bare bones with their mutated hands and heavy armor.
Very cool. This is one of the units from you we have not seen before. They look sick. Love it.
Next up, we have our Chosen Chaos Warriors, also coming in relatively bare bones, no full plate, just heavy armor.
Didn't shell out the points for the full plate, but very good. Parry will still come in to assist. Love that.
And with the Mark of Tzeentch and full command.
Nice.
Over here we have a Chaos Chariot, Mark Undivided, just there to cause some havoc.
Indeed, get some impact. He looks awesome, man. Well done. Another one that we haven't seen from you.
Thank you. Over here we have our Riders of Sacrifice returning once again, our Chosen of Knights of Khorne, Lancers, full plate, drilled and full command.
Heck yeah, Riders of Sacrifice with their Berserk icon. Oh, I love that. I love that. Well done, sir. That's so cool.
Thank you.
And then lastly,
a Warpfire Dragon.
Mein Gott, the dragon flies. I am pretty scared, but yes, please continue.
Fully kitted up as a level 2 wizard. He's bringing all the Warpstone and he's gonna try and throw some fire.
Gross. Gross. Dragons. Ah, scary. Now, Zach did send me his list and was like, what do you think about this? And I was like, dragon? Bring it on, mate. Let's see how we go. So, this is fine. This is approved, but I'm still terrified. Hopefully, my cannons can answer it, but we shall see. But that is it. That is the 2,000 points of the Warriors of Chaos.
Across the frozen sea of claws, a war host of chaos has come ashore, driven by dark omens and the lust for slaughter. Led by the fearsome Chaos Lord Daz, their twisted banners cut through the winter mists like a blade through flesh. Villages burn and the realm of Middenland trembles. Summoned to defend the heart of the Empire, General Ulfric von Brock of Middenheim rallies his soldiers to stand firm against the tide of ruin. Marching alongside them are the seasoned fighters of the Grudgebringer Mercenary Company, drawn once more to battle by both honor and coin. On the wind-swept fields beyond the border, the forces of order steel themselves for a clash that will decide the fate of countless innocents. The war cry of chaos echoes across the land, and Middenheim must answer.
And here we are, all set up and deployed for this match between the noble, glorious men of the Empire and the filthy, unwashed, ravening hordes of the North. And here we are, clearly in the northern reaches of the Empire, out in the north of Middenland, with this raiding force of chaos coming to wreck and despoil the lands of men. So, for scenario, we rolled up Flanking Force today. So Flanking Force, we have to randomly select one of our flanks, which are cut into 18 inches. We secretly select it and then go back and forth, deploying our middle. And then at the end of that, we reveal our flank and then go back and forth, deploying on our flanks. And clearly, we both picked the same flank, which is lovely. We've got a nice even game, just not using one part of the table. And it is normal victory conditions, so kill points, banners, all the good stuff. So that is the scenario. Flanking Force, we're just here to kill, but also attempting to outflank the enemy, and, not really managing it. And then let's go through the terrain. So we randomly generated and scattered the terrain onto the table, and this is what we ended up with. So we've got one hill over at the front of Empire Deployment Zone, Artillery Hill. Yes, we love it, don't we, people? We got over on Chaos side, we got a swamp. We got an impassable piece of terrain, this spire of rock right in the middle. another swamp, and a ruin over here, and then a nice little stream. And in terms of what they are, we are difficult terrain that also provides full cover from within, difficult terrain swamp, impassable and blocking line of sight terrain in the middle, and difficult terrain and hill. So we are clearly out in the frost-bitten sweeps, the steplands of Middenheim, of Middenland. So, that's the battlefield. Let's have a look at deployment. So, going down the lines of the men. So, my flanking force was just these 2 units. It was my 6 Empire Knights, Sven Carlsen's cavalry, and 1 of my great cannons, and it ended about there was my 18 inches, and then everything else was my main force. So, we've got crossbows on the hill. We also have Luther Flamestrike on the hill behind them, somehow peering over their heads because abstraction. We have more Empire Knights led by Morgan Bernhardt, who is a chapter master this game. In the middle, we have the main fabulous brick of my great swords, led by Ulfric von Brock and backed up by Grayson von Brill. And then there are 2 detachments of swordsmen, and then out on the far right flank we have the Hellblaster volley gun, another great cannon, and Gunther von Strauss backing them up, guiding their shots. In terms of spells, I got Curse of Arrow Attraction, Pillar of Fire, Arcane Urgency, and Curse of Cowardly Flight. And that is it. That is the lines of the men. Zach, can you take me through the lines of the filth?
I certainly can.
Good man.
My flanking force was my Chariot and my Forsaken, trying to move a little fast, keep things on your toes.
Indeed.
Then we've got our Dragon,
Gross.
our Marauders, our Chosen with our little Falconeer here. Then we've got our Chaos Warriors with Dars leading the helm.
Nice.
And our Knights out on the flank, ready to run around and hopefully not get shot in the face.
Yes, by a couple of spicy little cannons that also are facing it down on the flank. One of these 2 are going to do the other in, so we shall see. But that is it. The lines of battle are drawn, and combat shall be had. Yes. So this is deployment. This is the battlefield. All that is left is to roll for first turn. Are you ready, Zach?
Marginally.
Very good. I am ready. So in flank attack, there is no +1 to the roll off to see who goes first. So it is just straight dice. All right, Zach. Good luck. And Godspeed! A 2? Nah, 2 a 6. That is a horrifically hard dice to see, Zach. I think those are getting done. They're retired for the game, my friend.
Yep, sorry, I forgot.
That is all good. That is all good. But that is it. We are coming back with Chaos, Warriors of Chaos. Turn 1. Warriors of Chaos, turn 1, and we are starting by invoking the eye of the gods. Yes, exactly. All right, who are we starting with, mate?
We'll start off with Dars. He's going to invoke the gods for a glorious battle.
Very good. He beats his chest plate.
And with a 3, he gets +1 toughness for this turn.
All right. Well, not very useful. I doubt that's going to come into play, but huzzah, he is, swollen this turn with the power of the gods.
And Falconeer.
Very nice.
Gets a 2.
Nice.
+1 initiative till next turn.
Okay, sweet.
Nothing permanent.
Yes, look, the gods are not yet impressed with these 2 lowly members, but, perhaps they will be more impressed later, once deeds of glory are committed.
Correct.
Very good. That is the command phase. So now we're going to go into the conjuration phase. And we did forget to tell what spells we had. Tell me, my friend.
Falconeer has Demonic Vigor and the Tzeentch signature spell of Blue Fire.
Very nice.
And our Dragon has Phantasmagoria and the Chaos signature spell of the Winds of Chaos.
Lovely. Oh, bloody magician dragon. What is this nonsense? Very cool.
Stone.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's pretty gnarly. And we are going to try to conjure something in the conjuration phase?
Yes, we'll try and get Demonic Vigor off.
Fantastic. Who are you targeting?
Targets his own unit. Oh no, sorry. Targets any unit.
Yeah, I thought so.
Doesn't matter. We'll still target the Chosen.
Very good. The Chosen, looking to get some demonic vigor. What do you need for it, mate?
It is a casting value of 9. He's a level 2 wizard with the Mark of Zinch inside a unit with the Mark of Zinch, so he's getting a +2 to cast.
+2 to cast. Spicy. Casting
7.
at Lord level. Getting an 8. Very good. I am not within 24-inch dispel range. So, yeah, look, I'll just try and fate this. No, I'll save my fate. You never know. I'll save it. You can have it, mate. They will have their demonic vigor.
No problem. We are toughness 5 and movement 5 for this turn.
Spicy. All right, that brings us to the movement phase, and I'm assuming at this stage, no charges? No charges?
No charges.
No charges. Good man. So that brings us to remaining moves, because we also have no compulsories, do we, in this army?
No.
Fantastic. Remaining moves, so we will get them moved off camera, and we'll be back. So, this is where the forces of chaos are now. And this is where everything ends up. All right, Zach, take me through your movement phase wrap-up, please, sir.
Yep. Our chariot has trundled forward to try and bait some movement out of those knights, get them out of their safe little alcove.
Indeed.
Forsaken are moving up to support. Our dragon is a little bit scared of cannons, so he's only looking at 1 at the moment.
Indeed, he is nooked in the blind spot created by that impassable terrain in the center of the table, so only 1 cannon can see him.
The Marauders and the Chosen have just shot forward. The Chaos Warriors are a little hesitant at the moment.
Cowards is what they are, sir. Cowards.
Hesitant of Hellblaster volley gun.
Indeed.
And the Knights have taken refuge amongst the crumbling ruins to hopefully get a charge off next turn.
Yes, a very nice marching column into the ruins to gain that full cover from potential Hellblaster devastation. A very nice move. I do like it a lot. All right, my friend, that's movement phase done. We are going into the shooting phase, and we do have some shooting to do.
Yes. The Warp Dragon is going to try and cast his Magic Vortex, Phantasmagoria.
Very good.
It's a 9+. He's only a level 2 wizard, so we're just getting the +1.
Indeed, as per the new fact. A very positive change. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Needing a 9+, does not get it. Spicy.
Next one, he is going to use his Fire Breath.
Oh, God, I'm scared.
Different to breath weapons, this one is shot like a stone thrower.
Indeed.
So we are targeting Morgan Bernhardt's Grudgebringers.
My cavalry! How very dare you. Alright, mate, so yes, it'll just get centered over the unit, and we're doing scatter and artillery. Put it right here for me. Misfire! Uh-oh! Oh no! What does that do to a dragon?
He chokes?
I mean,
he takes a single wound.
He just takes a wound, okay. How many wounds does he have?
He is a 6 wound model.
Down to 5? Not too shabby. Huzzah! That was lucky for the men. Lucky for my Morgan. My Bernhardt cavalry. The Grudgebringers. Alright, is that it?
That's everything.
Your other wizard doesn't have something he can cast?
He marched.
He marched, of course. Alright, well, the lines of the chaos surge forward. We've got incredibly fast-moving Cornate Knights, jumping over crumbling walls to, tricksily take cover from my fusillades. But that is it. That is the end of Chaos Warriors Turn 1. Empire of Man, turn 1, and we are going straight into the conjuration phase, and I am going to attempt to conjure Curse of Arrow Attraction, and I'm going to try and conjure it onto the Marauders, because I definitely should have tried to Fated Dispel this, because I should have been shooting them this turn. But I made a mistake and thought that, I would get a chance to, I don't know, that I would need my Fated for something else. Wrong. But there we go. So this is a 7+ to cast. I'm getting a +2 as a level 4 wizard. Here we go. Ah, yes, I get a 12 in total, sir. Would you like to use your Fated Dispel?
Is that all you're planning to cast this turn?
No. Definitely not. It's all I'm planning to cast right now in the conjuration phase.
Nah, you can have it.
I can have it? Beautiful. So they will be getting reroll natural ones against them when in the shooting phase. Dun-dun! I think that's it. I don't have anything else to conjure. No hexes or buffs.
We do have one thing we forgot from last turn.
Ooh! Thank you, sir. What is that thing?
Under the new FAQ, regeneration save is made whenever a model loses a wound.
Indeed, and that dragon lost a wound to a misfire through gulping down its own flaming ball. So what's its regen? 5 up?
5 up.
All right, mate. Put it out here for me. Huzzah!
He takes
yes, he takes the wound. But indeed, regen now goes off on things like a misfire on a dragon, and apparently regen saves and crumbles for undead, which, I don't know, that feels bad, let's be honest. It feels a bit weird, but maybe they'll address it. Maybe it was intentional. We'll see. But that is that. We would go on to the movement phase and declare charges, and I do have a couple of long bomb charges that I could declare with my cavalry in both places. They're 16-inch charges, but that's a little too long bomb for me at this stage, so no charges to declare. We're going on to remaining moves. So, this is where everything is now. And this is where everything ends up, and I have done very little, unsurprisingly. So my detachment here has just reformed in such a way to kind of guard the flank at least a bit of my main unit, so that if some strange rolling charge shenanigans happens, at least it's going into the front of them. That was the idea. And then over here on the far left flank, my knights have moved forward, staying just outside the maximum charge range of that chariot. I wasn't quite willing to gamble on letting him have a potential roll of a 6 to get in there, so I've stayed just outside the max, so that hopefully I'm set up for a charge next turn. And that is it. That's movement done. We are rocking and rolling into the shooting phase, the most glorious of phases for the Empire. And gosh golly, what am I going to start with? Starting over here with the right flank cannon and these dastardly knights in the ruins. So we are going to measure 10 inches from the back of the champion, so that if I roll the 10, I'm landing right on the back of him and then hopefully getting the bounce. If I roll the 8, it's a 2-inch length, I'm landing right on the front of him and then hopefully bouncing through. So here we go. We need to see an 8 or a 10. They swivel the cannon, they see the knights approaching, they pack the tubes and yell, "Fire!" Getting an 8, amazing. That's a good start. And then it will bounce an additional misfire. No! Oh, damn it. Do I use Gunther von Strauss on that? Because if I don't, I'm hitting a single knight and killing a single knight. If I do use it, that means I can't use it for the misfires on the volley gun or give the volley gun his ballistic skill, which was what I was really hoping for. But I need to kill knights with cannons. So I will use Gunther von Strauss's reroll of the misfire. He tells them to angle it better, I guess, and no! That's all right. That's fine. That's fine. Gosh, dang it.
Engineering school just ain't what it used to be.
No, apparently not. God damn it. So I am wounding the champion on a 2+. Excellent. I do wound him, sir. Look out, sir, for the champ. Very good. So yes, I hit one of the rank and file at AP 2, my friend.
Yep. 2 up armor goes to a 4 up.
Oh, God, that's ridiculous. Huzzah!
And a 6 up ward save.
How dare you? Oh, very good. So I do sploosh one knight. It comes sailing over the top of the ruin, wheeling the champion, wheeling out of the way, smashing into one of his brethren, taking him from the saddle and decapitating him with a cannonball. Amazing. Not at all as good as it should have been. That's very bad. So it's Hellblaster volley gun time, people. We are going to it on its little wheels, and we're going to give it a red hot go. So let's see how many shots we get. We roll the artillery dice 3 times to get our shot pool. How many? Hiya! We are starting with 6, Ooh, and then 8 is 14. Ah, bugger. And then boom, the machine kicks once. Some of the gunpowder has conged and misfired, which means it's going to be an additional -1 to hit. That's very spicy, but 14 shots coming out. We are at -4 to hit here, -1 for range, 1 for the misfire, and then -2 for the hard cover of the ruins, which means our 4 up to hit goes up to 8 up to hit, which means we need 6s to hit, and then roll those 6s into 5+s to gain hits. So I need a lot of 6s here, 14 shots coming out. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, getting a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, not as many as I would have liked, of course. And then these need to go into 5+s. Give me them all. Not a 1. Sad. Very good. All right, we managed to kill a single knight with 2 combined cannons. This spells doom for the Empire. But all right, we gave it a shot. Such is life. We do have another cannon over on the left flank that is looking at that dastardly dragon. Yes. And we will just go 10 inches from the back of the base, so that it's got a big old long base. An 8 will do it, a 6 might even do it, but either way, we're looking for a 10 or 8 or something. Pack the tube. Bring down the great beast. A 6? Okay. We do land right on the corner of the base. We have hit the great beast. Does it bounce through it? Doesn't matter, but huzzah! It slams into it and 10 inches through. Wait, no, it doesn't. It's a behemoth. It stops right there and slacks into it. But huzzah, we have hit the beast flush. We are strength 10 to toughness 6.
Yes.
We are wounding it on a 2. I don't want to see that 1 now. Please, please loud. Huzzah! We do wound it, my friend. Just at AP 2, because cannon.
Yep.
You've got a 4-up save?
Yes. To a 6-up armor save.
Indeed. No. So then the damage comes through and then regens.
Correct.
So D3 plus 1 damage for Empire Forged Great Cannon. Give me something good. Not bad. 3 damage total, my friend.
3 5-up regeneration saves.
Indeed. You make one of them, mate. 2 wounds come through. He's down to 3 wounds remaining. A big chunk out of the dragon, the cannonball slamming right into one of its wings, buckling it slightly. Ooh, I love to see it. Not too shabby. Crossbows. Targeting the marauders, 12 shots. -1 for range means 5s to hit. Oh yeah? Looks like 4. Not too shabby. Ooh, re-rolling 1s. Which I have 2 of those because of the curse of arrow attraction. Netting me nothing. Lovely. Strength 4 crossbows to toughness 3 marauders of the north. We are wounding marauders on 3s. 3 wounds, sir. 1 at AP 2 for armor bane, and 2 at no AP. Light armor and shield.
Yep. 5 up.
Oh, you save 1. So 2 die to crossbow bolts. Plap, plap. Very good. Let loose the Grudgebringer crossbowman, felling 2 of the filthy Northmen. Love to see it. Lastly, I am going to attempt to cast the Pillar of Fire from Luther Flamestrike. It is a 9+ to cast, and we're getting 2+ because we are a level 4 wizard. Meaning we need to see a 7 on the dice. We do get it, mate. I roll an 8, which means a total of 10. Fated Dispel.
Let's go for it.
We need to see an 11 on the dice. Do the fates intervene? Oh, a 9. No, sir. A swirling pillar of fire, boom, is conjured right there, in the potential charge and move line of the dragon to my cannon. Now, I did forget, I also have the Ruby Ring of Ruin, which I do get to cast as well, the bound spell, which is now just a +1. It's a bound spell of a power level of 1. It is an 8 to get past, an 8 to get off, so I need to see a 7 on the dice. And I do, sir. The ruby ring does come off. We have used our Fated Dispel, unfortunately, so it will be going. I am going to target the... What are they?
Forsaken.
Forsaken. Thank you, sir. 2d6, strength 4 hits. Ooh, 9. Strength 4, Fireball to toughness 4, Forsaken Warriors of Chaos. We are wounding them on 4s. Oh, an atrocious roll. 3 wounds. Look at all those 1s and 2s. That's spicy. All right, mate. They've got 5-up armor.
Yep, heavy armor.
Very good. Saving one.
And then we have a 5-up chaos armor ward save.
Very good. Saves none. Unfortunate, mate. 2 of the Forsaken are immolated in fire, screeching, burbling, and popping as they burn.
That will be a panic test for him.
Oh, spicy. That's cool. Leadership 8.
Yep, with the mark of undivided.
Very nice. They roll the 8. They care not at all. They cared not for their burning brethren. All right, that is my turn. It was not unsuccessful, but I'm worried about my right flank, as I should be. I just gotta hope that you fail that charge. But that is it. That is the end of Empire of Man, turn 1. Warriors of Chaos, turn 2. We are going into the command phase, and we are once again attempting to invoke the eye of the gods. Yes, exactly. Who are we starting with, mate?
We'll start with Dars again.
Very good. He calls "Witness me" to his patron, getting a 4.
4.
Is that the same as last time?
I believe...
Or is this a permanent upgrade?
+1 weapon skill for the rest of the game.
Ah, that's pretty good. Damn. There goes my bedazzling helm buff. Actually, no, it'd probably still be the same for now.
Probably.
Yeah. But anyway, very good. He's got +1 weapon skill. Good to know.
And then our sorcerer.
Indeed. Witness me, Lord. 6, mate.
+1 strength and leadership for the rest of the game.
Spicy. What is that one called? It's like...
Apotheosis.
Apotheosis. Amazing. Yes, Char favors him. Swollen with power and charisma. Very good. That's pretty great. Make sure you make note of that somewhere so you remember.
Yes.
Then we have Conjuration, sir. And are we attempting to once again get Demonic Vigor?
Yes, we are.
Let's see it.
We are going to try and target the same unit, the Chosen again.
Chosen again. Keep them tough. Keep them swole. Out the front for me. A double 1! A miscast! Oh boy! Oh no! Brutal, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, rolling on the miscast table. Good luck, Zach. A double 1?
Ooh.
Mate, double 1 into double 1? That's probably not good. Is that the big blast?
It is.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Well, tell me about it. What exactly happens?
5-inch blast template is centered over the wizard. Every model underneath it takes a strength 10 hit with AP 4.
Holy crap. Okay. And what's that one called?
Dimensional Cascade.
Dimensional Cascade. I think the gods favored him a little too much. All right, guys. We'll get the templates out. We'll figure out what we're working with here. Yeesh. All right, we have 3 partials and 3 completely under the template, automatically hit. We have, what do you want to start with? Let's do the partials first. Let's see if they come into the hit pool. So give us 3 4 pluses to see if they come in.
Yep, Pearlescent is the champion to see if he's affected.
Very good. Champion's not in the hit pool, but 2 of the other boys are. Right. And now your general is one of these people, so we need to get him out separately. Wounded on a 2+. not your general, your wizard. Your wizard manages to shrug off the explosion. That's fantastic.
Beautiful.
The rest of the boys wounded on a 2+. As the wizard just explodes. One of them is only clipped by the magic and is not hurt. And then 6-up wards.
Yep, -4 armor goes straight through their armor.
Oof.
Into the chaos saves.
The chaos saves, save not a 1. 3 chosen of Char are immolated and destroyed in this cascade of magical fury.
And so that's going to be a panic chest.
Oh god, okay.
Leadership 9.
Leadership 9. Should be fine.
Good.
No problem, they love it. Not a problem. Death by magic pleases the Char boys. But sweet, that was hectic, mate. Commiserations, my friend. Super rough. Yes, indeed. All right, cool. That was that. That's the only spell you were casting at this point, right?
That's correct.
All right, lovely. Then we would go into movement phase and declare charges, and we definitely have one.
Yes, the Frenzied Knights must charge. We are declaring it against the cannon.
Against Le Canon. Very good. It is a 14-inch charge.
Yep.
We are having to take the low die and our -1 movement because we're going through difficult terrain as we vault our way through this ruin. All right, mate. Let's see what we get. Ooh, the 6. Well, a 1. A 1. I saw the 6. That's sad. And then Swift Stride. You had to decide. You would have, right?
Yeah. It's going to be a failed charge anyway.
Indeed. But how far do they go? Oh, well, not very far.
They go 1.
So the knights end up still within the ruin, only moving a single inch forward because that was the roll, as it were. So the failed charge is just the low die of the roll. Sad for the knights, but they remain in cover. That's something. All right, we did forget Pillar of Fire, and it is going to move a D6 in a random direction. It is still just D6, right? Yep, fantastic. Hiya! Staying right there.
It moves in the small arrow.
Things that scatter still stay in place if you roll a direct hit. That has not been changed. We checked the FAQ. Nothing there. So it is still staying there. There we go. It will remain in place. So that is now the end of my charge step, and we're up to remaining moves. So this is where all the things are now. And this is where everything ends up. All right, Zach, give me your movement phase wrap up, please, sir.
Everyone's just shuffled forward.
In a disorganized mass. Go on.
That explosion sort of set things off.
Indeed, somewhat.
Chosen have wheeled a bit to come around the terrain feature. The Forsaken are setting up a little pincer trap for Carl Svensson's house guard.
Indeed, not my house guard.
And the dragon has foregone spell slinging to rush straight up the middle.
Mein Gott, that is incredibly intimidating. It's right in front of my dang cannon now. Ah, boy. That's going to be a problem, ladies and gentlemen. Going to be a problem. But such is life. All right, that is movement phase done. It is shooting phase, and we have one spell that we can shoot because the dragon has marched.
Yep, we are going to cast the Blue Fire of Tzeentch, and we're going to target the Grudgebringers.
The Grudgebringers, my cavalry, once more. All right, my friend, what do we need to cast it?
Casting value 9. Because this unit is no longer unit strength 10, I lose the cast bonus, so I'm just +1 for level 2.
+1 for the dice. All right, needing a 9.
Needs an 8 on the dice. Doesn't happen.
A 5 will be it. Ah, rough, mate. The Magiques are not your friend this game so far. That's it, huh?
That's all. It's over to Empire.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see what the men can do. That is the end of Warriors of Chaos. Turn 2. Empire of Man, turn 2. And we are going to go into the conjuration phase. And we will firstly attempt to conjure a curse of cowardly flight. I'm going to attempt to make that dragon panic and get the heck out of my face. So it is an 8+ to cast. I have +2, but it is magic resistance 2. So it is just down to the dice. So I need to see an 8 on the dice. 8 on the dice. I do not see an 8 on the dice. I see a 5. Boo! Magic resistance.
We forgot to move the pillar again.
Snap! Let's do that again. Thanks, mate. Thank you. All right, it's going to go 2D. It's going to go D6 inches straight into that dragon. It's going to go 3 inches that way. Fabulous. Let's get it moved. Pillar ending up right there. And I will go for a Curse of Arrow Attraction as well. And I'll also put it on the dragon just to see if I can make it happen. And again, it's a 7+ this time, getting no pluses to the dice because +2, -2. Just needing to see that 7. I do get it on an 8, mate. Would you like to dispel?
I'll do a Wizardly Dispel from the dragon.
Very good.
Come on. Nope.
No. So he does have the Curse of Arrow Attraction on him. So that if, he ends up with just 1 wound remaining from something like a cannonball, I might be able to plink a lucky wound with a crossbow. Who knows? I'm giving myself the best odds here. Very good. That is the conjuration phase done. We are going into the movement phase and the declare charge step. And I do have one. Carlson's House Cavalry have decided to toot the horn and declare a charge against the chariot out on the far left flank. And that is my only charge, sir. Hold or flee.
Hold.
Very good. Ah, yes, a bit of bravery, sir. And I will be using a Swift Stride die, of course. So it's a 12. We're 12 inches away. Need a 12-inch charge. I've got 7 inches initially, so 7 plus the high die of 6. And Swift Stride does see us there, my friend, with a total of 8 plus 7 is 14. Fabulous.
15.
15? 15. Love that. Nice. I'll just move that in the remaining move phase with everything else. It's out of step, but who cares? So, this is where everything else is now. And this is where everything ends up. I have done some moving and grooving. So we moved in my knights on the flank. The first combat phase shall happen, a glorious knightly charge. My knights in the middle have pushed up just outside of the max charge range of these infantry units. And my detachment on the left of Grudgebringer infantry have swung out to support the left flank. The middle has decided to move. The great swords, the Middenheim great swords, the fangs of Ulrich, have started to march up with their detachment on the right of Carlson's House Guard. And that is it. We're pushing up. The battle lines are shifting. Look at me go, moving my models. So we are coming into another shooting phase. Hopefully a glorious one. So here we are yet again with a group of knights in the ruins and cannons. I will be starting with the Great Cannon, the Empire Great Cannon, and once again I'm going to go 10 inches from the back of that front knight, the champion. So a 10 will hit and an 8 will hit. Wanting to see a 10 or 8? Hoyo! An 8! Amazing! Gosh! So we hit the champion right on the front and bounce through 6 inches. So we're going through 2 knights this time. Fabulous. That's a fine start. Can I see a lookout, sir, for the champ, please?
I don't know if he does.
Oh, wait. He can't. No, there isn't 5 rank or file, boys. So, very good. Do I wound the champion? No! That's hilarious. God damn it. He's unkillable. Chosen of Corn. The guy behind him? Very good. I do wound one of them. That's very disappointing. So, it is AP3 base, which means 6 up? 5 up. 5 up. 5 up. Apologies. Yes. How dare you? That is a 5. Ridiculous that the armor bounces a cannonball off. Oh, ouch. That was a bit disappointing.
The champion pushed off with his sword.
Amazing. Swipes it away with his chaos blade. Twing! Epic. Now, do I bother attempting that a second time? Not this turn. We're picking on the warriors this turn. We are enough that we can get them in our vision arc, which it is, and we are going to pump our barrels into those dark-clad chaos warriors. How many shots? Let's see. 3 rolls. 10 for the first one. That's a fine start. Misfire. Boo. I will re-roll that with Gunther von Strauss's once 1 re-roll into 2, which is 12 shots, and misfire. Boo! God damn it. All right, 12 shots at -1 to hit. Boo. All right, -1 for the bucking cannon of the misfiring payload of gunpowder, and also -1 for range. So 6s to hit on the dice. Ugh. I see 3. 3 glorious hits have come through. Strength 5 to toughness 4. We're wounding on 3s. Very good. That is 3 wounds, no armor bane, sir. So just 3 -1s.
That will be 3 5-ups.
Indeed. Making 1, and then they don't get a ward save, hey?
Nope.
No, they're
not
regular chaos whelps. But 2 of them are blasted in their armor. Tiny little cannonballs, or I don't even really know what it would be. Would it be cannonballs, or would it basically be the size of a musket, and just heaps of them, pop, 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 pop. But anyway, 2 of them are pinned and done, smashed through their armor and plate, gurgling as they fall to death. A lot of misfires so far, and I don't like it. All right, we've still got some left flank shooting, ladies and gentlemen. Now, because the dragon is as close as it is, the furthest from the back of its base that I can measure is an 8, with it still being in front of the cannon. So that's what we're doing. We're doing an 8, and that puts it like right here, right in front corner of the cannon. So if I roll a 10, I'm going over. Please don't roll the 10. Pack the tube. The giant beast is upon you. A 2, very good. We're going 2 inches forward. So a 2 might make it. Let's see. We bounce an extra 6. We definitely hit it with that.
You're in.
From this corner, boom, we hit the great drake in the face, hopefully, with a cannon. We are wounding it on a 2. We do wound it, my friend. Very good. AP -3.
No armor save.
No armor save. So we are going straight to the D3 +1 to see how many wounds it comes through. It does only have 3 wounds left, and it will get regens. I need a high dice here so we can get through it. 5 or 6. Give it to me! No, we're doing a total of 2 wounds. We can't even kill it. 2 5-ups, mate.
Come on, Chaos.
Don't you do it. Oh, the
beautiful.
double 6! That's disgusting. Well, friend, the dragon's going to be doing stuff. That makes me sad. Makes me very sad. Boo,
Makes me
hiss.
very happy.
Indeed, and fair, my friend. We're going to put the crossbows into it, though. We'll see if we can do something. We've got to try and bring him down. Bring
Let's
down
do
the
it.
beast. 12 shots. We are still getting both ranks because he is a behemoth, even though he is towed onto the hill. We need 4s to hit this time. Give them to me. Rerolling 1s for the curse of arrow attraction. There's a couple of 1s re-rolling. We'll get rid of the 2s and 3s. Looks like 5 hits so far. Can we convert some with the arrow attraction? We do convert 1. Love to see it. 6 hits. They are strength 4 to toughness 6. We need 6s to penetrate their scaly hide. Give me some 6s here. Give them to me! Just 1. One of them has done enough damage to penetrate and potentially wound. It's AP 2.
6-up armor save.
No. 5-up
regen?
ward. Oh yes, regen, of course. Oh, mate,
Loves
you're
it.
making them clutch. How very dare you. Damn it. Oh, boy, that hurts. That stings. All right, well, let's see what else I can do. I can throw out some magic. I am going to attempt to recast Pillar of Fire, ending the spell and attempting to reconjure it and see if I can get it in between the dragon and my thing. It's a 9+ to cast. I get +2 on the dice. Hooah! Oh, wow. Yeah, I roll a friggin' 13.
I'm going to try and wizardly dragon dispel.
Yep, using the dragon to dispel it.
No.
No, a 5 will not do it, so I will be dropping the Pillar of Fire right in between these 2 units. I did check. It has millimeters of enough room to be sitting there without touching either one's base. Huzzah! Yep, come on in, dragon. Cross the Pillar of Fire, / it will potentially move straight into me, or who knows. But the fire is brought up there, attempting to protect the cannon. I can still cast my fireball, so I might as well. And it is just a +1 to the dice. Am I going to throw this at the dragon? I don't think so. It's got magic resistance and a ward save against magical attacks. So I will instead target the Chosen. I'm going to target the Chosen with this. They would have what? A 4-up armor save against this?
Correct. And they are magic resistance 1.
Ah, spicy. So it's -1 to this as well. So it's just the dice. I will risk that. Go on, let's give it a crack. I need to see an 8 on the dice. Give it to me! No, a 5 will not do it. Lame. I think that's it. I think that's all my shooting done. I've shot my shots. I don't know if they were very good. But hey, we do have a glorious combat phase, ladies and gentlemen. A knightly charge into the front of a waiting chariot. The horn was sounded. The battle cries were roared. You know, their patron saint, Sven Karlsson, lowering lances and slamming into the great machine. All right, let's make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. There is no challenges to be had. I have 6 knights and a preceptor, which means I will have 7 attacks. We are weapon skill 4 knightly orders to weapon skill 4 chaos warriors. We are hitting on 4s. Lower your lights. Lower your lances, gentlemen. Charge! Ooh, yeah, not bad. only dropped 3.
Quite the spread.
Not too shabby. We are strength 5 on the charge, toughness 5 chariot, correct?
Correct.
We are 4s to wound here. 4s to wound! A single wound. That's pretty rough. No armor bane, unfortunately, so just AP 2 there, mate.
3 up to a 5 up.
Oh, it's got a 3 up save base. That's spicy.
Yeah, 3 up.
Spicy. Very good. A wound does go through, and then it will be 6 horses. 6 horses hitting on 4s. Getting only 2 hits. The horses are tired after charging in. And strength 3 to tough 5, winning on 6s. A wound comes through, sir. You'll have your full 3 up.
3 up.
Fail it. Come on. No. It clangs off the chassis. All right, mate, you can strike back.
All right, first up will be the Charioteers.
Indeed.
2 attacks, weapon skill 5.
Oh, what? Spicy.
Hitting on 3s.
Indeed.
1.
1 hit.
Strength 5 with halberds.
Winning on 2. Oh,
Not that.
Not a 1. No. Horses?
Of courses.
Very nice. 2 hits.
Strength 4 horsey.
Winning on 3s. A single wound. We have 3 up armor saves for heavy armor shield and barding. Do it. Yes, it clangs off the armor of the Great Knights. Amazing. All right, my friend. I have a banner and a wound.
And outnumber.
I think that's only for infantry. So no +1 for outnumbering. That is a infantry specific rule that I think is called massed infantry, where you now get +1 for outnumber. Honestly, I would have liked to have seen it added across the board, but infantry were the thing that really needed help anyway. But we did forget +1 for I am a close order unit, and the chariot no longer gets the close order bonus. So I am winning by 3, my friend. What's your leadership?
8.
Down to 5. Let's see it.
Oh,
Total of 6, so we have failed our modified leadership, which means we are falling back in good order. Now, will I chase? I mean, if I don't, I'm just going to turn on, reform and get hit by those boys. Or I chase and potentially go off the table and get to come back on.
I'm 5 away from the edge.
5 from the edge. That's a spicy meatball. I will chase. I'll chase / follow up. All right, mate. So, I mean, you're only going the high dice of 2d6.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're probably going to be fine. But let's see how far you go. 6.
There's a 6.
Lol.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So he's right off the board, and I will follow up. I go 2d6 and I can choose to add the swift stride.
Yeah.
And as soon as I touch the board edge, I go off it. I won't add the swift stride, so that if I roll exceptionally low, I'm just still in range for you to get me? No, I'm going off the board edge. I'll roll all 3, and look at that, 666! That's amazing! So I will go chasing them off the edge of the board and leaving it right there. So we've left the board right there. We'll leave the unit just to mark it, but fabulous. We have destroyed the chariot utterly. That was pretty lucky. I think that's it. That is it. The first combat has come and gone. We couldn't bring down the great beast. We talked about it a little bit off camera in terms of what actually happened there, and it was actually super epic. Because I did 3 wounds that were regenerated, I essentially did kill it. So the men of the Empire see a cannonball slam into it and buckle it down, and then crossbow bolts. What was the other stuff that did wounds to it?
Crossbow.
Yeah, a crossbow, boom, through the eye, and the beast just hits the ground. A great roaring cheer comes up across the lines as it is felled before them, only to have it suddenly writhe and twitch and rear its great head again, gazing down at the now terrified humans. It's actually super epic. A really cool imagery, which was largely conjured by Zach, so thank you for that, Zach. That was freaking sick. So, really, really cool. Really bad for me, and really sad. But we couldn't bring him down, not permanently. The regeneration of its filthy flesh keeps it going. But that is it. That is the end of Empire of Man, Turn 2. Warriors of Chaos, turn 3, and the template is moving, potentially. Let's see it, we scatter. Yeah, it stays right there, fantastic. Alright, so if you want to charge, coming onto that template, my man. That's fun. That is that. Then we go Gaze of the Gods. These champions of chaos are once again, trying to bring their god and patron's gaze upon them. Witness me!
Does invokes.
Indeed.
Apotheosis.
Apotheosis. Epic.
Our bird boy.
Bird boy. 3.
+1 toughness for the turn.
Very good. All right, well, we'll get those marked. And then we have some charges, I assume. We have 1 forced for Frenzy.
Yes.
And you're going to charge over that template?
Yeah, we're going in.
Amazing. I love to see it. So that doesn't need to be rolled. Do you want to... What do you want to resolve first? The damage from the potential template or that?
Do the damage. Roll your D3 +3.
Well, first, roll me a dangerous terrain test, my friend. For it is dangerous. Very good, he's all right. And then it is D3 +3 hits for the Pillar of Fire. I'm going to roll them with the fire dice. Yes, the flames, blah. For 5. Strength 3, so 6s to wound. Come on, burn. Burn the great Drake. Not a 1. We cannot. Fire does not hurt him. He cannot be done by fire. It was worth a shot. Didn't work out. Yeah, even with losing rolling, taking the low die and -1.
It's a minimum of 10.
Yeah, you're in. Yeah. No doubt. Very good. Ending up right there, still on top of the pillar of fire, swirling beneath it. Super epic. And this dragon just punching through this pillar of fire to rake and destroy that cannon. So cool. All right, sir. So we're 1 inch closer, which means we're at 13 inches now to get to this cannon. You're still taking the low die and at -1 movement.
Correct.
So let's see. What are we getting here?
Make it happen.
Yeah.
Swiss stride included.
Very good. Okay. They still don't make it. So they go at a total of
1 inch.
1 inch. Boo. Boo hiss the knights. It seemed like such a good idea going into that ruin. It really did. It's kept them very safe. But, oh boy, it's really tripped them up. These horses are just desperately trying to go through these stones. Sad. We'll get that moved. All right, that is the charges done. We're going on to remaining moves, ladies and gents. This is where the Chaos Filth are now. And this is where everything ends up. Now, before we go into Zach's movement phase wrap-ups, there has been some events off camera. So Zach realized that he forgot to cast Demonic Vigor at the start of his turn, and I was like, oh man, let's just cast it now, we'll get it done, and we'll do it off camera and let him know what happened. And he rolled a 9 for the cast, fabulous, 10 with the +1, and I went to Dispel with my wizard and rolled a double 1. So we couldn't exactly just resolve that off camera, so here we are to show everybody exactly what happens to poor Luther Flamestrike. So it's a 2d6 roll, if I am not mistaken. You got the chart up for me, Zach?
Ready to go.
Good man, let's see what happens. A high roll would be glorious! Very good, a 9. What is a 9?
Wizard manages to control the magic at the expense of great power. The dispel is done. However, you cannot attempt to cast any more spells for the remainder of the turn.
/ dispel any more spells.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, so we came out of it unscathed. Lucky Luther. He is a wizard lord after all. All right, cool. Game state restored.
Oh, actually,
they do have...
not.
Hey?
No, they don't.
What?
The dispel is completed.
Oh, so it actually happens. I did still dispel it. That's hilarious. Okay, so no demonic vigor. They don't go that inch extra forward that they had made. Hilarious. Game state restored now. All right, Zach, give me your movement phase wrap up, please, sir. After all of that hilarity.
The abysmal showing of the knights continued.
Indeed.
They drilled because they have to drill. I should have done that last turn.
Indeed, we forgot.
Chaos Warriors have marched straight up. We're higher initiative. If they charge, we fight first.
Yes, but why would I charge with this latest fact? There is no reason to for me. But yes, very good.
Chosen have shuffled forward. Marauders have gotten right up in the face of that House Cavalry.
Indeed.
Or not House Cavalry, Grudgebringer Cavalry, sorry.
Yes, with Morgan, the man, the legend, the Bernhard.
And the Forsaken can't really do much in the middle of the field, so they're just going to make the House Cavalry's life hell.
Damn it. Thought maybe you'd walk away from me or something, but oh well, at least I'm not getting charged in the flank by them. That's something. Alright, that is movement phase done, sir. We still have some magic, because this gentleman only moved and not marched.
Correct.
Alright, let's throw it.
We're going to do Blue Fire of Zinch, targeting the Grudgebringers.
Oh boy. So, I definitely can't attempt to dispel anymore, right?
Correct.
Lame.
You have your fated,
I have one fated dispel against this. Alright, mate. Let's see if we can get that blue fire off.
Needs an 8 on the dice.
Another double one, maybe?
Come on, Zinch.
A 7, bro. Zinch is not giving. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. If you still had some guys there, that would have been successful.
It would have been. But
if we hadn't
not.
exploded some of your boys, that's rough. Sorry, man. All right, that's magic done, / shooting done. It is time for combat. We have a dragon, a great drake. The warp fire beast has made it into combat with my poor cannon crew. Its hated enemy, the enemy that has been done wounds to it. It's ready to exact vengeance. All right, my friend, get your vengeance done.
We have 5 attacks.
Oh boy.
Weapon skill 6.
Oh boy.
Is the weapon skill of the crew 3 or 2?
It is 3.
Okay, so just hitting on 3s.
Indeed, unfortunately not more than double. Oh, he's mad. He's dropped 1 and gotten quad 6s.
Jesus.
That's spicy. Oh, so spicy meatball.
Strength 6.
Indeed, killing on 2s.
Smushing 3.
Yes, so it is destroyed. Boom, that is going to be some panic checks,
Yes.
which is potentially a big deal. So, I will quickly just measure up and see. These guys definitely. Luther? Maybe.
6 inches.
6 inches? Probably. Let's have a look. Luther was also 6 inches away, so both of them must take panic checks. The crossbows are leadership 7. 3. They care not at all. Amazing. And Luther Flamestrike, being a wizard lord, is leadership 8. I built him up too high. He panics. Damn it, loser! So he is going to fall back in good order. The high dice of 2d6, which will be 5 inches directly away from that unit, will get him moved. Luther, the coward, ends up dashing away from the death of the cannon crew and the great Drake. Right there. What a pussy. God damn it, Luther. These boys know what grit is. All right, cool. So now what are we doing with him? Are you going to overrun or test to restrain and reform?
We're going to attempt to reform.
Very good, sir. Leadership 8?
Yep, leadership 8. Yay!
7. Okay, so you are still going to take some dangerous terrain test and some more hits from the template.
That's fine.
Hell yeah, it is. All right, dangerous terrain test for me, mate. On a roll of 1? 6. The flame still bothers him not. D3 plus 3 from the swirling, what is it? Tornado of fire? Pillar. It's a pillar of fire. Very good. For 5. Wounding on 6s. Oh, a pair of 6s this time, mate. No AP. So,
sure?
No, yeah. Oh, well, actually, no.
Pretty sure it's AP2.
You are correct. AP2. My apologies.
Yep. Get a 6 up armor.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Would you stop? I think you said something to me at the start of this game about your armor save rolls being bad. You can stop saying that now.
Hey, that's the only armor saves I've gone good on. The rest were all regen.
That's for the poor bad guy. Spicy. Some spicy stuff. Double 6. My pillar of fire does nothing. It's funny though. It makes sense. Fire and dragons, you know. But I think that's it, right?
That's everything.
That is everything. Very good. The dragon has finally found combat and butchered the 3 human crew, chomping it down and smashing and raking with claws. Super epic stuff. And again, all through this swirling pillar of fire. So cool. Some fantastic imagery in this game. But that is it. That is the end of Warriors of Chaos. turn 3. Empire of Man, turn 3, and I have no conjuration phase because somebody's running. Which does mean that I think I just go straight on to rally fleeing troops, right?
Pillar of Fire happens at the top of the turn.
Mate, you're great at this, thank you. Pillar of Fire, potentially moving. I wouldn't mind it moving at this point. Yeah. And it's moving 6 inches that away. Very good. We'll get that moved in a sec. Let's resolve the damage. It is going to be another D3 plus 3. Oh, I get the 6 this time. Love to see it. Wounding on 6s again. Give me some. I do get 1, my friend.
6 up. Nope.
Very good.
We get a 5 up ward save because this is a flaming magical attack.
Indeed. Nope.
We get the regen.
The regen? Can it regenerate yet again? No! Very good. It goes down to 2 wounds remaining. At last, the flaming temple. You know, it's been sitting in the flames so long now that finally it starts to burn its underside. Part of its wing blackens. All right, we'll get the template moved 6 inches out from under it. The swirling template moves its way out from under the Great Drake, just off to the edge of the hill. All right, now in the command phase, I can attempt to use Rallying Cry, the special rule from my chapter master here, Morgan Bernhardt. You know, he looks over his shoulder to see Luther Flamestrike fleeing off the hill behind him and calls to him, Luther! Luther, hold! Attempting to rally him. And he does, the words of Morgan Bernhardt. Rally Luther Flamestrike. Love to see it. That's great. His friend and longtime companion. Alright, that's Rally Fleeing Troops. Step skipped because he rallied before it. Hey. Which means we are going into movement phase / declare charges. And I've got some this turn. I think the time is now. So I am going to declare a charge with the Grudgebringer Cavalry and Morgan Bernhardt into the Marauders. And I am also going to declare a charge with this what is this? A detachment. My detachment of Grudgebringer Swordsmen into the flank. So hold or flee, sir.
They will hold.
Very good, yes, they hold for Nurgle and welcome the blades of the Grudgebringers and Swordsmen. This should be epic. It's probably not going to make any good good outcomes for me except killing some stuff, which is it's what I'm all about, people. But I don't know, I don't really see it necessarily ending in a really advantageous position per se, but hell, I'm down for combat. Let's make it happen. The Grudgebringers don't need to roll because they're minimum 7. You know what? I'll just roll it anyway. 2d6 plus a Swift Stride gets them all of the inches to be able to finagle their way in to get good stuff. And then this unit, movement 4. Honestly, they'll probably get there just going straight ahead, but let's see. The high dice of 2d6 is an extra 4. They'll have 8 inches to get into that flank. Love it. I will get those units moved in and check the ranges effectively during the remaining move step. So, this is where everything is now. And this is where everything ends up. This was a big movement phase, ladies and gentlemen, / move the charges in. This took a while. But let's go through it. So, on the far left flank, Carlson's cavalry have re-entered the table and moved up just outside of an inch. To get, close to those boys, which unfortunately will remove / fortunately remove their furious charge because I got real close on them. My crossbows have wheeled to get all of them within, vision arc to pump some shots into that there furious Drake. This got really weird, and we've kind of taken our best guess at what is the go here. I think we've come up with the right call, but as always, let me know in the comments. So, we couldn't get away for these 2 units to perfectly come in here cleanly. If the infantry went in first, they could come in perfectly clean, but then that blocked out the knights. If the knights go in first, this is the best position they could come to, which meant that the infantry had to do a wheel and then go straight forward, hitting here on the corner, but then can't close the door without contacting this unit. So we are classing this as a disordered charge because We didn't have to declare a multiple charge back here because if they had moved first, they could have made a clean charge. But because these moved first, they have now gotten to this position. So we're playing it as a disordered charge without bringing the Chosen into the combat. Let me know what you think about this. Is that the way this should be played? It is the way we're playing it today. We've looked as much as we could. We spent as much time as we could, and this seems to be the right call. But put it in the comments. Is it? Should the Chosen be in this combat? Should this be a multi-charge here? Let me know. Over here in the middle, I have attempted to finagle my movement as best I can to get the most out of this charge that I'm about to receive. I've wheeled or / reformed my unit of swordsmen like this, so that I can get my detachment on this angle to be able to do a supporting charge while still keeping the sight lines open for my Hellblaster to get its final shot off before combat begins. That was a big movement phase / move charge phase, ladies and gents, but we have come to something we're happy with to continue with. So there it is, there it is. It is shooting phase time, and I got plans. I got plans, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to start with the crossbows. The crossbows are going to see if they can plink a wound off after doing their wheel. Crossbows are cumbersome, so -2 to hit. That means 12 shots hitting on 6s. Rah. Oh, I'm getting 3 6s. Very good. We're also going to need 6s to wound for strength 4 to toughness 6. Dragon. I do get a wound, my friend. At AP 2.
Yep, 6 and 5.
Ah, another 6-up armor save? How dare you? Very good. My cannon over here is going to wheel and pivot in such a way that it is now able to see over the top of everything to the behemoth on the hill. And I am going to shoot my last shot to see if I can fell that filthy, filthy bird beast. So I am going to go 10 inches from the back of the base. Now, a 10 will hit, an 8 will hit, a 6 will be, what, like a centimeter too short? Something like that.
Yeah, it's like 2 mil off.
Unfortunately, just too short. And anything other than that, as per the new FAQ, will land on the hill and stop immediately, which honestly is a rule that I kind of I disagree with. I don't like it. I understand if you want to make it so that if it hits before the hill, it can't bounce up it. If it lands on top, in my mind, it should continue, but rules as written, that's the way it is. So I need to see that 10 or 8 to be able to hit the Drake directly. So let's see it. The last chance of the cannons. They pack it full. They crank it up to go over the heads of everybody. And a 10! I've done it! I hit him. A glorious hit. I wound on a 2+, and I do the wound, my friend. So it's going to be D3 +1 damage and then regens. Here we go. Hiya! All right, 3, my friend. 3 regen saves, and you need to make
2 of them.
2 of them. He's had regens. Unbelievable. Can he continue it? No, not a 1. The great beast is shot from the top of the hill, a cannonball slamming into its head, finally dropping it, unable to regenerate. Yes! The men of the Empire cheer. A great cheer goes up across the lines as the beast is finally felled. Epic stuff.
Shouldn't cheer too quickly.
Oh, what? What does that mean?
Hits an explosive pocket of warp gas in the middle of the dragon.
Oh, dear God. He explodes?
He explodes.
I love it. All right, mate. Well, tell me about it. How does it work?
Everything within 6 is going to take D6 strength 5 hits.
Jesus. My crossbowman, no! All right, mate. D6 strength 5 hits to the crossbowman for 4. Very nice. Respectable. Just killing on 2s. 3. 3 of the crossbows are immolated as the cannonball slams into a gaseous pocket, exploding them in hellfire. They scream as they go down. There are no cheers from these boys. Everyone else cheers, but the crossbows do not.
A panic test?
A panic test? Oh, yes. Yes, it will. Thank you, sir. Panic test, leadership 7 for those crossbows. Oh, they hold. They hold strong to their nerves. Ah, that was epic. Epic stuff. Commiserations, Zach. The poor dragon falls. Alright, that is the cannon done. I've still got things to do. Let's move on to the Hellblaster. Hellblaster volley gun, the last shot into the Chosen. Not the Chosen, the Warriors. 3 rolls of the artillery dice. How many shots? 2, not a fabulous start. 4 for 6, and 6. Very good for 12. Love it. 12 shots, we are under half range, so we're not getting any negatives, and we didn't roll a misfire, which does mean that our engineer, Gunther von Strauss, can add his ballistic skill. He can use his ballistic skill. He's guiding these shots, controlling the height of the cannon as they put it through. So instead of hitting on 4s, we're hitting on 3s here. 12 shots. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, oh boy, okay. I missed 2 of them. Oh boy, okay. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. That is 10 hits, strength 5 to toughness 4. We're wounding on 3s. Rah. Oh my god, I only dropped another 2. This is a little rough. Oh boy, okay, so there's 4 wounds at -1 and 4 wounds at -3.
Yep, 4 wounds at 5 up.
Making 2. Nice.
That is 6.
Oh, ouch. God, that was a very impressive firing of the Hellblaster. It did its dirty work. Panic?
Yep.
Leadership 10?
Leadership 10?
Yep, leadership 10. He's good. There you go. Well, he's on a 9. He's good. Oh boy. That was a bit disgusting. I don't even feel good about that, I'll be honest. Oh, sorry, Zach. I have Luther Flamestrike left. I'm going to throw the Ruby Ring of Ruin Fireball into the Warriors. I can't see anything else to do it with, so I'm going to do it with them. 2d6 plus 1. It shall not go off. I think that's it. I could throw the Pillar of Fire out again. It's a 12-inch range. I couldn't put it anywhere useful, so I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's movement phase done, / shooting phase done. It's time for combat. And we've got some. We've got some in the middle here. We have a glorious charge of knights and a weird charge of swordsmen, but combat is here, and so we shall have it. I'm not going to declare a challenge. Do you want to? Do we have a champion in here?
Yeah, I'll declare.
Very good. I'll take it with my champ. It'll be champ on champ challenge. Huzzah. Let's do the challenge first. I was, a couple of inches away?
2 inches.
2 inches, so we'll have initiative 5. So hitting first, weapon skill 4. Weapon skill 4?
Yep. Hitting
on 4s. We are getting a single hit. I wonder if the Templar gives them a reroll? No re-rolling ones, it's immune to psych that they get for having the chapter master in the unit. So a single hit, strength 5 with the lance, toughness 3, 2s to kill. Ow! No! I rolled the 1, the rubber lance comes up. You can strike me back there, mate.
All right.
2 attacks on 4s. Getting a hit. Strength 3, because we can't use the flails. Toughness 3, 4s to wound.
Yep.
Oh, no. Similarly, a 1. Unable to hurt each other in the challenge. I will go my chapter master next. Morgan Bernhardt. He has 3 attacks, which is pretty great for a hero level human character. He's weapon skill 5, so he's hitting on 3s. Ooh, he gets 2 hits. He has the Sword of Might, which puts him up to strength 5. So he's technically not as good as his other boys on the charge, but he's always strength 5. Wounding on 2s. He does get 2 wounds, mate, at AP 1. Were you going flails or hand weapon and shield?
Going flails.
Flails. Very good. 2 boys are removed.
Oh, sorry. Was there a 6 to hit in that pool?
There was, yes.
Needs to re-roll that for Mark of Nurgle.
Spicy. Re-rolling that 6 to hit. He still hit and then converted the wound. Yep. Cool. Very good. All right, I'll try to remember that for the rest. And then the rest is just another 3 knights. Oh, sorry. I have a horse into the challenge. Hitting on 4s. Re-rolling the 6 for Nurgle. I still hit. And wounding on 4s. No wound, boo. So that just means Morgan's horse, and another 3 horses hitting on 4s. Re-rolling the 6. Very good. And 4s to wound. Clip Clop Hooves. 1 of them, mate. No AP.
6 up.
Just a shield save. Horse fells one of the marauders.
And the 3 knights.
Oh, did I not roll the 3 knights? No. Ridiculous, thank you. 3 knights hitting on 4s. Re-rolling the 6s for Mark of Nurgle. I don't like that rule. Yeah, very good. Still getting 2 hits. 2s to kill. 2 kills, my friend. For the Lancers. Boom, boom. Now, they would be striking at the same time as this unit. So, for ease of removing casualties, let's do you first. So, how many did I just kill from the front rank? 5. So I killed the front rank. So you would still have
3 in the back because you didn't get the champion.
Ah, yes, okay. So 3. So this is one of the new rules, which is the press of battle. So because this is this is an infantry unit, and they were not on the charge, they can fight. The fighting rank is now 2. Now models are removed from the fighting rank, so there are still 3 left in the fighting rank, the second rank, that could get to fight. All right, mate. Now you can throw one of them this way.
I will.
Yep, fantastic. One of them into the swordsman on a 4.
Hits on a 5.
Slash a 3. Yep, beautiful. Hits. Wounds. And it's still AP2.
AP2 for the flail.
Very good. Hand weapon shield and parry would mean that I'd have a 4-up save. Goes to 6 up. No, you do kill one of my boys. Right. And then 2 guys into the front, into the cav.
Yep.
Very nice. 1 hit. Wounding on 4s, because only toughness 3. No wound. All right, so then my full 5 guys would still get to attack from the front rank of my supporting unit.
4 guys?
Why 4 guys?
Because I killed one?
They were striking at the same initiative.
Oh, that's right.
So 5 guys striking back, hitting on 4s. Oh, not a single hit. Good work, boys. All right, and that is the combat done. So let's do it. How many did I kill?
5.
Oof. I got 5 kills. I do have a rank between the 2 units. Slash actually only have 1 rank because they aren't heavy infantry, so 4 is not enough a rank. I have a rank. I have a banner. I have a flank charge. And I believe that's it. You have a banner, and you killed a gentleman, and I think that's it.
Yep.
All right, mate. We are winning by 6. Are you within 12 of your general? Looks pretty close.
Just.
Fabulous. General is leadership 10, -6 means leadership 4.
Let's see.
No. 6, no. So you would be falling back in good order. Because you rolled below your unmodified leadership test. So that would be an immediate panic check for these guys.
You double outnumber me with the cav.
Oh, yeah. So yes, you break. Oh yes, I forgot the double outnumber. Well remembered, sir. So before we go through that, panic check for them. Leadership 10 from the general. They're all good. All right, so the cavalry will chase. Yeah, and I think the swordsman will just reform. Will attempt to restrain and reform. So restrain and reform. Leadership 10 from the general nearby. They will. Swordsmen have restrained and reformed thusly. A break from combat. 2d6. These guys are chasing. 8 inches. Ending up right there. The Grudgebringers are going to follow 2d6, and I'll add the Swift Stride die because why would not I? And we are going mucho inches, a total of more than enough. So we will contact the back and destroy them, cutting them down. Glory for the Empire. We'll be back with their final position. Grudgebringers ending up right there, cutting down the foe, and we will attempt to reform. On an 8 with the chapter master in there, they can. Ending up like that, spinning on the spot to present the next foe, their dastardly deeds. Wow, this has been a super brutal Empire turn, ladies and gentlemen. This went much better than it probably should have. I wanted to do some good stuff, but this is starting to feel bad. Starting to feel bad, ladies and gents. But there it is. I think that's it. Yes, that is it. Woof, that was a big one. Let's see what the Chaos can do to swing back. That is the end of Empire Turn 3. Warriors of Chaos, turn 4. Let's see what rewards they can reap in their turn after an absolutely devastating Empire Turn 3. Oh boy. Alright, mate. We're still invoking the gaze of the gods?
We're gonna try.
Good man.
Glory or bust.
Very good. Starting with Dars?
Dars.
4.
Another weapon skill.
That son of a gun. Jesus.
Bird boy.
Birdie. Senor Bird also gets a weapon skill.
Okay.
Lovely. Alright.
That's it.
Conjuration?
Yeah, we'll try for Demonic Vigor.
Very good.
Gonna need a 8 on the dice.
8 on the dice and targeting his own unit, I'm assuming? Ooh, or the Warriors?
We'll try the... Do I need line of sight?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we'll try the Warriors.
Yeah.
Needs an 8.
Needs an 8.
No.
Does not get it. Ouch. Man, right. The level 2s are struggling to get the spells off, hey? I mean, to be honest, the dice have not been helping you, but still, that lack of extra dice is making it tough.
Yeah.
Alright, that's that done. Declare charges?
Everything.
Very good. Literally everything, huh? Oh my god. So clearly the Forsaken? I got it, yes! The Chosen, the Chaos Warriors into these boys. The Chaos Knights, where are they going to go?
Whoever's closest.
To the cannon. Still to the cannon. Their hated foe that they've been desperately champing at the bit the entire game. And peering out through that ruin at. God, it's been rough. Alright, where do you want to start, mate? I will clearly hold with all.
Let's try and get these out of the ruin. So, 12 inches away, 6-inch move. I need a 6. Just, come on. Swift Stride included.
Swift Stride is the blue dice. Let's see what we get.
6!
Yeah, 4, mate. You take the low dice. So it still will be a failed charge.
And we're still in the ruins.
And still in the ruined. Very good. We'll knock down the wall, but they are still part of the way in that ruins. Brutal. Super brutal.
Warriors.
Yes, very good. Getting 3, so going 7 inches, which will be enough to hit them and come in.
And everyone else is an auto in.
Indeed. So they don't cause fear, perchance, do they?
They do not.
Very good. These guys are going to now make their supporting charge. Look at this! Detachment's doing stuff. 3 inches plus their 4. It should be enough, hopefully. 7 inches for them to get in. We will do that. I'll pop that next to them. Oh, it's the high dice, so not 3 inches. There we go. And everything else is in. So we'll get all of that moved. So this is where they all are now. And this is where everything ends up. Everything is combat. All of the charges made it, except the very sad Knights of Sacrifice. Very sad. But everyone else has made it. The supporting charge went off. Everyone is in combat. And we're sweeping across the field, starting over yonder with these Forsaken that have been trying to chase down Sven Karlsson's cavalry the entire game. And so they shall fight with their disfigured limbs and filthy appendages. Alright, mate, tell me how they fight.
So, at the top of the round, we are going to roll for their mutation. They are...
Oh dear, yep.
That's a 4. So they have Razor Talons. Until the end of this combat phase, they have an AP of 2.
Oh, spicy. That's good against my knights. Very good. And then what else do they do?
They do D3 attacks each.
So hang on. Whoa. It's not just D3 for the whole unit?
No, you roll individually.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a bit disgusting.
Yeah. Random attacks are funny.
Ow. That was an unfortunate roll. Yep. Okay.
5 attacks, coming in at weapon skill 4.
Very good. I am also weapon skill 4. 4's to hit my friend.
1.
Oh, buddy. No! Zach! God.
Strength 4.
Very good. Toughness 3. Ah, God. There wasn't a champion in there that could challenge?
Nope.
Ah, very good. All right. Well, I'm getting 7 attacks back because I've got 6 guys and a preceptor. We're hitting you on 4s. Knights! Ooh, yeah, the knights did all right. We hit 5 times, but only strength 3 to toughness
4.
Very good. 5s to wound. 1. A single wound back, my friend, no AP.
5 up heavy armor. Nope.
5
up ward save.
Oh! Yes, very good. The ward save comes through. You know, with a 5 up ward save, that's a bit spicy, isn't it? And then I'll get 6 horses to attempt to clip clop and bite you with angry muzzles on 4s. Wow, getting a single hit. These horses are tired. And 5s to wound, no wound. All right, my friend.
You win by 1.
Because of the banner?
Yep.
Oh, and close order, so by 2.
2, yes.
So I win by 2. What's their leadership? 8?
Leadership 8, I'll just take a stubborn and give ground.
Ah, very good. All right, so we'll go 2 inches back, and I will not follow up so that I can charge them next turn. Get my lances. Very good. We'll come down to this one with the Chosen of Char and their filthy sorcerer, Birdman. Does he have an actual name?
I think I said Falcane or something.
Very good. Birdman.
I couldn't remember the pronunciation, so
Bird
yes.
boy.
He's just Bird Boy.
Indeed. They have come slamming into the front of the Grudgebringer infantry, ready to reap a red harvest. Yes! So cool. Why have you got so many dice there? What's happening?
Chosen are base 2 attacks.
Oh, okay. Red harvest they shall reap. Very good. Tell me about it.
The Chosen are going to strike first because they are initiative 4 and my sorcerer is initiative 3.
Very good. All right.
So, weapon skill 5.
Weapon skill 3. 3s to hit. That's a reasonable amount of hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed 1. Oh boy. Strength 4?
Yep.
Tough 3. 3s to wound, mate. Here we go. We're getting some chopping done. Well, that was still a lot of misses. But still, that looks like 4 wounds.
At AP 1.
Oh, very nice. Okay. So we have light armor and shields and hand weapons. So usually we would have a 5-up armor save, but parry comes in. So we have a 4-up armor save, goes up to 5-up because -1. Raise your shields, Grudgebringers! Oh, not a 1. Oh boy. So 4 of them are killed. Bam, bam, bam. Very good. And then your sorcerer, my friend.
Yes, he is weapon skill 5 with his Blessing of the Gods.
Fantastic. Hitting on 3s. Getting
1 hit.
1 hit.
He is strength 5.
Very good. Wounding on 2s. He is swollen with unholy strength. AP?
AP 2 with his Blade of the Dark Pantheon.
My goodness, that gives me a 6-up armor save. Even with parry? No. You have slain through many, my friend. Killing 5, which just leaves 4 of them to strike back. Because yes. I do get to fight in 2 ranks because of the press of battle? No. Something. It's
massed combat.
Massed infantry. So we are hitting you back. I'll put... Has he got some sort of really good armor? He's got chaos armor.
He's just got chaos armor.
Which is 4-up?
No, sorry, heavy armor.
Okay, well, I'll put an attack into him. Hitting on 4s.
No, even worse, light armor.
Oh, very good. I hit him once. Toughness
4.
Wounding on 5s. Wound him. No. And then the 3 others into the Chosen on 4s. Getting 2 hits total. Swinging with your swords. Grudgebringer infantry, 5s to wound. Oh, 2 wounds, mate. Ooh. No AP.
So 3-up armor saves for our heavy armor, shields, and parry.
Very nice. 3-ups. Can I fell 1? I can. A Chosen falls to the Grudgebringer infantry.
6-up chaos armor save.
I speak too soon? Nice. Oh, damn.
The workings of Tzeentch are mysterious and beautiful.
Indeed, my friend. All right, so you have slaughtered me utterly. You killed 5. 5. You don't have a rank, you do have a banner, and you are close order. And
I do not have close order because I'm not unit strength 10.
Oh.
But I do outnumber you as an infantry.
Very good. So yes, then that one stays in there. 2, 4, 6, 7. I have lost by 7. I am in range of the general and battle standard bearer. So 7 goes down to leadership 3, re-rollable. As long as I don't roll over 10, I can just fall back in good order. Hiya! I roll a 9, and I will take that rather than, re-roll it, hoping to roll a 3.
I do double outnumber you.
Snap.
8 to 4.
Snap. I will then re-roll it. Re-rolling, hoping for a 3. The battle standard bearer, held aloft by Grayson von Brill. The one gave me hope, but no, they will break and flee, sir. Thank you for remembering the double outnumber. Will you chase or restrain and reform?
I will restrain and reform and try and take the Grudgebringers.
Indeed, I think that's the right choice. So I will break from combat, going at 7 inches away.
Succeeding on a reform.
Very good. Ooh, now, panics. Yes, they're immune to psych because they have a chapter master with them.
Yep.
Would that cause a panic here?
They're in combat, they're immune to panic.
Fabulous, I love that. Well remembered, sir. All right, we'll get that moved and we'll be back. And that is where everything ends up. They have restrained and reformed, and my beautiful Grudgebringers have broken from combat, demoralized after seeing 5 of their friends butchered in a frenzy of the Chosen of Char. So cool. All right, and then we come down to this. The big kahuna. The Chaos Warriors in their resplendent blackened plate have come marching and charging, finally finding the man-flesh they seek, with the great Chaos Lord, Dars, finally ready to hew into the soft men of the south. And of course, my beautiful Ulrich's fangs ready to swing their great swords for the glory of their patron. So sick! This is cool. This looks beautiful. What a sight. All right, mate. It's on you. You have charged in. You have the initiative. Would I get some initiative here? I would have moved, 3 inches thereabouts, so something to do all of that wheeling. So anyway, you can go first. Are you declaring any challenges?
I am not.
Yes, indeed. We've talked about the idea of challenges a bit, and is definitely in his best interest not to get tied up with one of my defensive heroes that can soak in his very nasty amount of attacks. Well, Captain Grayson von Brill, Captain, the battle standard bearer, shall plant the standard in the ground, draw his great sword, and barks out a challenge at the ranks of these chaos filth. Does anyone accept the challenge of Captain Grayson?
The brass-helmeted champion will.
Very good. Expected, but I'll take it. I'm gonna chop him down real good. Excellent. So let's do it in initiative order. Let's do it properly. All so right. Your general is definitely the highest initiative.
Leadership, initiative 10, maxed out.
Holy God. Holy dark gods. All right, mate. Tell me how he fights.
We got 5 attacks coming in at weapon skill 10.
Weapon skill 10. Very good. They are weapon skill 4, which means you're more than double, which means you're hitting on 2s.
Let's see.
Yep.
5 ones.
No ones. No. There we go.
There we are.
Very good.
No 6s, so no poison.
Lovely. He's got a poison sword. That's fun.
And weapons strength 7.
Yep.
Yes.
Winning on 2s.
Yep.
A single one, so 4 wounds have come through as he wades into my greatswords, into the fangs of Ulrich. They have full plate armor, dwarven forged suits, beautiful suits of full plate, giving them 4 up armor saves, goes to 5 up, because AP 1?
Correct.
AP 1, 5 up saves. How many men shall survive the onslaught of Dars through dwarven crafted full plate? 3 of them! Outrageous, dude. Okay. One beautiful greatsword is felled, but the full plate, dwarven crafted, survives. That was oof. Ouch. Okay. Big dice. Okay. Let's do the challenge now. So your brass helmeted champion there he is, with his brass helmet, against Captain Grayson von Brill with his greatsword. So you're going first again.
Yep. 2 attacks, weapon skill 5.
Very good, to my weapon skill 5. Or maybe 4 for a captain? Weapon skill 5 for Grayson, Captain Grayson von Brill as well, mate. So we're hitting on 4s.
Let's see.
Snake eyes. The gods do not favor this brass helmeted one. 2 attacks for a captain, which always feels so bad. Oh, drop dice never count. He's got the same amount of attacks as a champion. But Captain Grayson von Brill swings out with his greatsword, needing 4s to hit. He does get a single hit, sir. He is strength 6 to toughness 4.
Correct.
We are wounding on 2s. Here! And we strike him hard enough to wound. AP 2 for his greatsword. You have a 3-up armor save base?
Yes.
For hand weapon shield and parry, or hand weapon shield and
heavy armor.
Heavy armor, thank you.
Yep.
Means a 5-up armor save.
Correct.
AP2, great sword. We hew him. We chop the helmeted head straight from his body, it clanking in the dust at the feet of Captain Grayson von Brill. Grayson, if you're watching, I hope that was sick. All right, cool. You can strike up with the rest of your warriors, mate.
Yep. So the 4 who are in greatsword combat.
Yep, 4 against the great swords. Hitting on 3s, because weapon skill 5 to weapon skill 4. Ouch. 2 hits. And strength 4 base, 3s to wound.
Oop.
2 wounds. 2 wounds have come through, no AP.
AP 1 for ensorcelled weapons.
The ensorcelled. So again, we go to 5-up armor saves for the dwarven crafted. Full plate! I still make one. Outrageous. Saves have been coming through for the great swords. The Fangs of Ulrich, they're hard to kill. And then attacks into these boys. Your initiative. What's the base initiative of a Chaos Warrior?
4.
4, so definitely more than me. So yep, you'd be striking first with the charge move.
Depending on how far you moved, if you had 4 with the wheel, you would have...
You only ever get a max of 3 on a charge.
Unless you're in the flank or rear.
Really?
Yeah. Flanks you can get up to +4.
Look, man, we didn't check. I'm just going to say that it wasn't 4. I don't think it was. We'll say 3. We would be attacking at the same time in this case. So whatever you kill, I'll still get to strike back with.
Yeah.
All right, 2 of them into here.
Just 1.
Just 1, because you attacked with one of them into the front. We messed that up. We threw in attacks from the 2nd rank, but they were on the charge, which means they don't get that. So we did throw 1 extra attack into that combat than we should have. There should have only been 3 from the front rank into this unit. We did still only lose 1 guy. I'm fine for that to be the case. So there is just 1 attack back into the flank.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s. Hits, wounding on 3s. Yes, wounds, very good. It is AP 1. They have a 4-up armor save for light armor, shield, and parry. Whoa, 6. Oh, glorious. Wow, okay. Outrageous saves. Here we go. All right, so now I get to swing back. And I will start with these guys, because they have the highest initiative. Let's do it right. So it'll be 5 attacks into the flank of the warriors from Sven Carlson's House Guard, hitting on 4s. Ooh. Getting 2 hits, very good, and winning on 5s. Not a wound, unlucky boys, we can't crack the thick hides of the Chaos Warriors. Now it would be my general. I guess it would be all the same because they all have great weapons, right?
Correct.
Yes, cool. But we'll save the general to last, just for fun. Now, because I received the charge, / I did not charge this turn, I do get to fight in the 2 ranks, which is pretty epic. We are getting 11 attacks back, having lost 2 from the front rank, but the 2nd rank all still get to attack. And I do have an Emperor's Champion in there. One of these men is named the Emperor's Champion, which is so epic. He is the greatest and best of the great swords. Veteran soldiers all, who, if they continue to win and live, can one day potentially be knighted, raised up from the lowly peasantry of a regular soldier into the peerage. So epic, so cool. All right, 11 attacks back. This feels like a lot. Hitting on 4s. Come on. Small hands, yeah. Oh, okay. I missed 2. Okay. This feels like the nail in the coffin, ladies and gentlemen. This is...
Missed one.
I missed one? Oh, really? God, okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I have strength 6 because we have been upgraded from strength 3 to strength 4 post-fac. Greatsword, strength 6, wounding on 2s. Wow. We wounded with all of them. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 at AP 2 and 1 at AP 3.
8.
5
ups.
8 5-ups for a 3-up armor save with heavy armor, shield, and parry. Hey, I mean, you made a reasonable amount of them. That's cool. 3 of them, which means this one as well, my friend. That was another wound. And then...
Last one?
1 at 6-up? No.
Nope.
So how many was that?
All of them.
All of them but the general. Oh boy. The fangs of Ulrich, ladies and gentlemen. So right there, that was a very good representation of, infantry taking a charge and getting a lot of attacks back. That was outrageous. I mean, I also rolled like absolute fire. That was a bit of a misrepresentation, but nonetheless, woof. Okay, so that is it. I didn't even get to roll my general's attacks. That's so sad. Okay. All right, mate. Let's do some combat res. So let's do me. How many boys were just there?
7.
7. Hooey, 3, 6, 7. I've got 2 ranks in this unit. I don't get to choose from both units, right? It's just the ranks of one unit.
The highest rank.
Indeed. Yep. So 2 ranks. I've got 2 banners, both the battle standard bearer and the regular one. I have a war banner on the regular banner, which I did forget to say in my my army showcase. I bought the war banner for the greatswords, for the wolves, the fangs of Ulrich. We had a flank charge. We've got 2 close order units, and we outnumber. You got 2 wounds.
I think that's more than 10.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep. So the only choice is an insane bravery roll of double 1, my friend, to see if Daz can stay.
Let's make it happen.
He cannot, and he must break because he is double outnumbered, mucho and forever. I'll chase with both and see if we can put him down. The great Daz. See how far you run, babe. 5 inches. My Grudgebringer, no, not Grudgebringer, the Sven Carlson's House Guard will charge 10 inches, and the Fangs of Ulrich will go 8. So together they cut him down, cutting and cutting, slowly slamming through his ensorcelled chaos armor, bringing the great Daz low. Do we need to continue? I think we're done. I don't need to play out my turn. How do you feel, mate?
Board wiped?
Yeah. So look, obviously at this stage, I'm going to charge in here, probably do quite well.
Yeah.
I'm going to charge those boys now with lances, probably do quite well. I'm going to turn what artillery I have left on these guys, maybe kill 1 or 2, because they will still be getting their cover bonus for still towing into that. But the writing is certainly on the wall at this stage, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if we need to see the rest / put Zach through any more of this. We happy to finish, mate?
Yeah.
Very good. Good stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. This is the first official Grudgebringer Empire victory on my channel. That's super cool. But oh boy, was it a big victory, which never feels super great. But huzzah! So here, General Ulfric von Brock, with backup of the Grudgebringer Mercenary Company, have managed to stop the advance of the Northerners that have come sailing across the Sea of Claws, whatever the sea is that separates the Empire from the North, and are throwing them back in the sea, casting them out of the Empire for good and all. They have stopped them in Middenheim, and they shall not raid the lands of men. Not until they can gather their strength and come again. Oh, mate. That was a spicy one. That was spicy. We will have a quick chat about this in the post-game. And there it is. There it is. It is an Empire of Man victory in the end. Oh, good game, Zach.
Good game.
Good game, mate. Thank you for playing. Let's be honest. Turn 3/4 was not very fun. It was... Oh, God, it got so rough. It got so rough when things start steamrolling quite that heavily. Like, it's like, you know, the first pebble drops, something nasty happens, and then the avalanche just... It starts to make things difficult to play. You know, obviously it's the worst being on the receiving end of that, and, you know, you did well to muscle through it, man. I'll be completely honest. It's rough. But I hate even being the one dealing that. Like, there comes a point where things are going well and you're like, yes, this is good. And when they start going too well, it's hard to stay positive anymore. You can't relish in your victory anymore because you're just like, oh, okay, this game is kind of over. Boo. And that was turn 3 and 4. Up until my turn 3, Empire turn 3, this game was absolutely still in contention. With that dragon still being alive on the hill, about to either, you know, run into my crossbowmen, which probably wouldn't have been the choice, my Grudgebringer cavalry, or even do like a 50-50 charge into the rear of my greatswords, suddenly that would have changed the state of this game significantly. So obviously, turn 3, Empire was a complete tipping point and wash. Too many things went well, and too many important things died for it to really be able to continue well. And then Chaos turn 4, similarly, a bit of a wash. But up until that point, what were some of the good moments of this game? What were some of the spicy things that happened?
My wizard exploding, definitely. And then walking away unscathed.
Yes. You know, arrogant in his explosion. He just like killed a bunch of the guys around him, the other like hopefuls of Char. Maybe he had some like, you know, some boys that were preparing to backstab him in that unit. You know, take him out and take his position, and he could feel them on him and like, yes, when we get closer, then we stab him. And he's like, oh yes, and has this like dimensional cascade and just wipes his opposition from the unit and just steps out of it completely unscathed, looking at the other boys still left in the unit like, anyone else? And they're like, no, master. No, not yet. So that was super cool. The dragon, like, before it died, obviously, but the moment where it had, you know, like, rushed up onto the hill into the pillar of fire and is just not being killed. Like, we're shooting it, you know, we shot it with crossbows, we hit it with a cannon, I think, the last cannon shot, which buckled it and technically killed it until it finally regened, rushed onto the hill into a pillar of fire, just ripping like the crew to pieces, finally getting charred by the pillar. That was sick. That was a really cinematic moment. I'll be honest, when it made its regen saves and continued to live when it should be dead, I didn't think it was that cinematic in that moment. It wasn't until Zach, I was sitting there being like, man, that was rough. God, that sucked. And then Zach's like, yeah, but think about it, and basically described what happened. And I was like, yes. Which is always the best way to approach Warhammer. Of course, when things go poorly, at first, all you can look at is the bad results. But if you can get past the bad results and actually think about the cinematic experience that has played out, even when things went bad for you, you can find like the relish in the cool moments.
Yeah.
And
it's a narrative war game.
Exactly. So, and honestly, that's always how I find myself able to manage my way through bad disappointments. You know, is taking the disappointment, seeing the bad result, and then eventually actually just inspecting the narrative moment and enjoying that for what it is, because it's freaking sick. And that one was a really cool one. I hope you guys got a nice, you know, mental picture with that one, because I did. I thought it was freaking cool. A huge factor of this game was the frenzied Knights of Sacrifice moving into the ruin, which turn 1 I thought was such a good move. I looked at it and was like, crap, that's completely stopped me from being able to shoot them effectively with my Hellblaster. You know, yes, I can probably bounce through because they're still in marching column and get like a good thing, but that didn't happen. My bounce through misfired and stopped in the first guy, so I killed 1. I was like, well, that's it. My right flank's going to get rolled up by Frenzy Knights. Bugger. And it was just an average dice roll that was needed to get out of it. You know what I mean?
We needed a 7 every turn, and just always a 1.
Indeed.
Always a 1.
Yep. On the low dice of the 2d6 plus the Swift Stride, all we needed was a 7, which is an average roll on those 2d6. Yes, taking the low dice does skew those averages a little bit, but even so, they're in no way like out of the realms of possibility, or like not even out of the realms of likely. So the fact that for 3 turns in a row, they continued to try and charge out of there and never cleared, like never even just got a high enough roll on a fail charge to at least clear the ruins so that they could charge next turn, was such a big factor.
If I took a double 5 and a 1 on the Swift Stride, I would have been happy.
Yeah, because you're at least out.
I would have been shot the next turn by a Hellblaster.
Yes, and taken some damage, but still would have been there most likely to then start killing some artillery pieces, because you would only need 1 or 2 Frenzy Knights to kill 3 squishy crew.
Exactly.
So, and then suddenly those pieces aren't there to kill the dragon turn 3, to turn and shoot over the heads of an entire army and kill a dragon on a hill, a behemoth on a hill. For the Hellblaster to have its outrageous turn of shooting, killing 6 Chaos Warriors in a single turn, which was also turn 3. So that was a huge factor of this game. What seemed like a very good tactical choice, and realistically probably was, ended up just being so brutal. Completely stymieing camera right flank for the Chaos. So an enormous factor in this game, which average-wise shouldn't have been quite so bad.
It is on me for putting frenzy units in there.
Yes, because it forces them to charge rather than just be able to move out and then charge. Yeah. But such is life. But even with that, like we say, we look at the averages and it shouldn't have been quite as punishing as it ended up being. So maybe next time be a little more careful with the frenzies. But again, we digress. My greatswords did very well. They did great, you might say. They performed very well. It was very cool to see freshly painted models do well. I, of course, played quite a cagey game, as a black powder faction probably usually does. I moved up a bit, but not very much, so apologies, Zach. But again, it's a situation for me where it feels very hard to give away clear advantage. My advantage with a shooting army is to shoot. My advantage is not in combat against Chaos, that's for damn sure. So, and I've never had a win with a clean Empire army. The one time that this faction has had a win, they had Dwarven allies. So a win for the men, for the Grudgebringers, is pretty sick.
And it's always a good day when you come back with a Chaos Lord's head.
Yes, Dars. We have the head of Dars. We can take it. We're going to be slamming that on the mountain, the mantelpiece back at General von Brock's, keep somewhere, which is so sick.
You can never be sad when the good guys win.
Exactly, right? The good guys. Captain Grayson von Brill did well in his challenge. He took the head of the brass helmeted champion. So sick. I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked that unit performed well, because it's taken me a long time to get them painted. Taken me a long time. And I love that I have a representation of Grayson von Brill, the incredibly generous man that gave me the Grudgebringers. So I love that I have him honoured on a piece on the table. So Grayson, if you're watching, I hope you're stoked, man. I'm so stoked to have you with me, captaining my army. But there it is. It was, for the first 2 turns, a tight, interesting and nail-biting game. And then turn 3/4, it was a bit of a whitewash. If not for 3 and 4, an awesome game. A very cool game. A bloody game. Very cool. Thank you again for coming in and playing, mate. It's an epic day of filming to come and do this with me, and I really appreciate it that my guests do it. Without my guests, I don't get to do it, so thank you, mate.
Always happy.
Yeah, champion. Champion! But there it is. There it is. Another game fought. More blood spilt. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, guys, don't forget, put a like on the video. Put some comments in about the weird interaction that we had in that middle combat with the unit that couldn't close the door. Was that a disordered charge, or should it have been a multi-combat? Put it in the comments. Give me some page references. I always appreciate it when that's the case, so I can actually, fact check what you're saying. And it also means that if you've done a little check, you've probably fact checked yourself a little bit, which is probably a good idea. If you want to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. Join the channel, see what you want. There's different tiers that you can do to support us. Have a look. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Links in the description. But until next time, I'm Stos, this is Zach. Happy wargaming, and be good to your mother.